This is my Crassula Ovata, or the jade plant, and today I'm going to talk about bringing these outside for the summer. One of the most important things you'll want to do is slowly introducing it into the heat and sun. So what I did is, for about the first couple weeks, is I actually had it placed just underneath this table, so it really didn't get any direct sunlight. Some of the sun kind of filtered through the table here, but for the most part it was in full shade, but just like I said, slowly exposing it to the heat and the sun. So right now it's doing very well, and I brought it back up onto the table, and this is a south facing yard, so it gets full sun, perfect for jades and succulents. But if you bring it right outside from inside and place it on the table in the full sun and heat, it's going to shock this plant. One of the first things you'll see is leaf burn, so you'll get kind of black spots here, and it is quite worrisome. You think the plant is dying, or it's infected, or there's some sort of fungal infection or that, but it's most likely just leaf burn. Since bringing it outside, it's done exceptionally well. The thing that I've noticed the most about is the thickness of the stem here. It's grown quite substantially, so, and the leaves here look super healthy. Typically jade plants like drier soil, so when I have this plant inside, I'll probably only water once every 2 weeks, but when bringing it outside with all the extra added heat and that sort of thing, I'll probably water it every few days, and just check the soil too. But again, just be sure not to overwater. After you give it that good watering, just make sure again that it dries out completely. So I watered this yesterday, I believe, so it is still a little bit wet, so I'm going to give this a few more days. We've had some hot days, so just keep an eye on it. If you start to notice the leaves kind of getting a little bit wrinkly or thinner, again, just give it a good watering, but just make sure you let this soil dry out completely before watering again, just like you would inside. One of the most concerning things about bringing an outside plant back indoors is insects, bugs, insects. From what I know of these, I've never had any problems with them in the past. These are susceptible to mealybugs, and that's one thing that you want to monitor quite often. I typically look at these plants every day anyway, so just have a good look at these plants, kind of under the leaves, on the leaves. I don't know if you can see here, but just kind of in the little cracks. Watch for spider mites, watch for bug damage, look under the leaves. Yeah, just really inspect this plant thoroughly, and even the soil, look at, just kind of disturb it, see if there's anything moving around there. And the pot itself, just look underneath the pot, just inspect it from top to bottom, and if you do see any insects or damage, make sure to either isolate it and treat it immediately. If it's with other plants, just take them away from other plants, inspect those ones closely as well. But yeah, just look this plant over top to bottom. If you do notice some insects like spider mites, that sort of thing, aphids, mealybugs, like I said, I've never had mealybugs, so you can use alcohol, rubbing alcohol, you can pick them off, you can use that neem oil, that sort of thing. So if you have spider mites, aphids, that sort of thing, what you can do is either get a small misting bottle, or just a garden hose, and just rinse them off with cold water. Enough pressure that it'll kind of get the bugs off, but not enough pressure to damage the plant. That's one thing that you don't want to. I haven't done it yet. This is strictly just by Mother Nature and the sun alone, but these leaves are just like super green, super healthy. Take the opportunity once you do move the plant outside to give it a good watering as well as a good fertilizer. So I'm just using a balanced fertilizer 20-20-20. It is Miracle-Gro's, just all-purpose granular fertilizer. I pre-mix it in a different container and just put it in my watering can. I've already given this plant a water yesterday, like I said, so the soil is quite wet right now, and you'll just want to water on wet soil, not dry. So I'll give it a good soaking here. So that's pretty much it for a safe introduction into bringing this plant outside. Just slowly introduce it to the sun, gradually, starting off with full shade to full sun. It's in full sun right now. Adjusting your watering routine is another good thing. Keeping an eye on any bugs and insects and treating it kind of right away, and also fertilizing. So that's pretty much it. Thanks again for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the comment section, but thanks again for watching. Bye.